Welcome to our video series Out of Hamsterrad. Here we like to present you a practical way out of debts that works. My name is Walter Berger. I am the founder and initiator of Taschengeld Management, an educational initiative on basic financial education and literacy based in Germany. In 2017 and 18, I conducted several webinars for the Volkshochschule Ottobrunn with the topic How to Get Out of Debts. They were conducted anonymously and free of charge. My goal for this webinar was to enable participants to see the reality of their current financial situation and to support them in reflecting their own behavior when it comes to dealing with money. We also try to show them a practical and understandable way to get out of debts and to motivate them for a self-determined, constructive approach in their daily life. This video series, Out of Hamsterrad, is based on this webinar, a little more comprehensive and repeatable and shareable as often as you want. For more information, just have a look on our website www.taschengeld-management.de. There you also can switch to the English version. In the previous videos, you learned how to set up a financial status and a debt cancellation plan. Now you have a clearer picture about your current economic situation. You can estimate more accurately if the financial situation and their challenges are only temporary, or if there is an urgency to find an intelligent further way together with your creditors. For this, it is important to be prepared and to think about different solutions that make sense to you and their possible consequences. Watch out again. An additional credit to bridge a difficult time will bring only a temporary relief. It will only cover existing problems for a little while and postpone them for later, and it will make it then more difficult to find a lasting, constructive solution. In our mainly impersonal financial and banking world, you have to write a letter if you want to go in touch with your creditors. You can also try to call and to describe your current situation and your problems with the debts. But most of the time the clerks ask for a written proof. If you like to speak with a clerk in the beginning via phone, prepare yourself like this. Try to reach the right person or agent. Refer to the last letter you received, your loan, their case number, etc. Just describe your situation, your problem with the loan, and ask them how you should proceed now. Don't complain or try to blame somebody. And don't make any suggestions. If you send a written notice, formulate your letter in this way. Send a letter to the correct contact address. Add the name of the person who is in charge. If necessary, send a registered letter with a proof. Formulate like this. I have currently the following credit. List the contract number. The current debt amount is, and add also the monthly rate, which have to be paid. Describe shortly your situation, how it came to this situation. For example, I'm not able to pay my monthly rates because of my unemployment. I'm also unable to repay the entire debt. Together with my other existing debts, I have so and so much euros debts. I have set up a pledging protection account I kindly ask for your advice and support and what solutions you can suggest. Send this letter, adapted for the respective credit, and contact details to all creditors or their debt collection agencies. Debt collection companies or their creditors will then usually request from you an overview of the current income, expenditure, and debt situation, and may also ask how the other financial circumstances are. Of course, they try to find out whether there is something to pick and the likelihood that a lawsuit is reasonable and cost-covering. I've summarized here some points that could be interesting and helpful if you have to negotiate with your creditor. Pay small loans immediately back. The collection costs can quickly exceed the original invoice amount. Describe your situation and make only agreements that can be kept. Even the situation gets worse. You must have sufficient financial resources for your daily life. If a lower monthly rate is offered, decide if it can be paid safely. Make a counter-proposal if necessary. Try to negotiate expensive loans with high interest rates. For example, for an overdue credit or a credit card. You will have lower interest rates and opportunities to pay off debts. Consider also the possibility of cost-free extra payments when restructuring your debt agreements. The possibility of a partial debt cancellation had turned out to be an incredible turbo for the whole debt reduction. After accumulating enough liquid reserves, I asked the creditor if there was a possibility for a partial debt repayment with a full cancellation of the debt. Almost all creditors and debt collection companies agreed to a one-time payment of 75% up to 60%. Just think about, for a debt for 4,000 euros, this means 1,000 to 1,600 euros less to pay. An incredible worthwhile effort. Just try and see. It could take you a few years to get completely out of debts. It requires from you consistency and persistence, especially when more unforeseen difficulties come up or you fall into an emotional hole. Speak about your financial problems with everyone who is involved, but not with everybody. Speak with your partner at an early stage of the crisis, and not only when it is about shared debts. Speak with your children. Explain why you cannot afford a fancy vacation, an expensive cell phone, a normal movie theater, or anything else that was before quite normal. Do not sign up for the €1 mobile phone for your kids with high monthly costs, out of a feeling of shame or guilt. Financially hard times are indeed also a wonderful opportunity to talk with the children about money and to discuss the challenges in everyday life. Speak with your boss. He should be informed by you before a seashell lands on his desk. Maybe you'll get a raise after this conversation. But please don't accept a bridging loan. You want to get out of debt and don't want to create a new dependency. Avoid complaining around with your friends at the regulars table. Do not look for the sneaky financial experts who, after a little down payment, promise you to have simple magic solutions. Action counts. The most intelligent plan is worthless without a successful realization. The most reliable way to get out of debts is to pay them off and not to make any new ones.